You want to see what we're doing?
Can I hit it?
No. There's more to it than just hitting it. Hey guys, welcome back to Lowerys Garage. We're back on the D150 today. Like and subscribe, guys. I got a whole lot of new subscribers, and we're at like 450 some subscribers. I'd like to see a lot more. What we're working on today is this D150 front suspension. Last video, part 1, we showed how to make it long travel by using Camaro shocks, S10 springs with van lower control arms. Cheap way to get like 6-7 inches of up travel when you come out of the hole. Now this is my drag truck. There are some things I do different on a street truck, but this is my drag truck, and we'll go over that. What we're going to do today is we are going to put rear facing radius bars in this, which means we'll be replacing these radius bars, and we'll be able to take out this cross member, and we'll be putting radius bars that go rear and putting in mounts on the frame back here. Now, some guys are going to be like, this is cool. What a great way to get more room for the front suspension, because there's not a lot of room to put sway bars on these trucks or anything like that. Getting rid of those front radius bars will also lighten the front of the truck up. Any weight that you can move, especially with this drag truck, or even if you were, I don't know, if you wanted to do one of these trucks to do autocross in, or any weight you can move from front rearward will help you on getting a balance between the front wheels and the back wheels. And trucks got horrible balance between that. If you're a truck guy, you already know that. Well, here's the kit that I built. It's a welding kit. You're gonna have to do some welding. Right, here's the kit. This is it in total. It comes with right and left radius bars. What I've done is I cut the original bars off. We put them in a lathe. We cut them down. We threaded them. We went to a swedge tube and a Heim joint. Suggestion: if you were going to run on the street, I wouldn't put this style Heim joint in. They make a rubber isolated Heim joint for these swedge tubes. That's what, if you're interested in one of these kits, if I decide to sell them, you'll need to tell me you're going to run down the street, and we will make sure that you get the correct, the isolated Heim joint. Made plates for it that weld to the frame. And this is pretty much everything. Now for the question, what about weight? Let me get the scale to come on. 15.6 pounds. That's total kit, weighs 15.6 pounds. All right, these solid radius bars, we'll know it by the end of this video how much it and the cross member weighs. Now we're going to add in a piece of 1x2 box tubing, 3 or 4 pounds maybe, I don't know, across the front for a core support. But what I need to do now is I need to get this front fender off this side of the truck and get where you can see, get a better view. And we will, I've already taken loose this radius bar. Now, we're going to put the other radius bar in. I want to show you that. And we're tightening it down. And then we're going to adjust these bars where we have play at each end. 5/8 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch. We'll decide that as we're doing this. And then we'll bolt them bars in, put the frame mounts on, clean it off, the frame off where we need to, and then we'll be welding the frame mounts onto the frame of the truck. We'll get after that. Alright guys, I thought I'd go over the pros and cons, and I hate to interrupt the video, sorry, but I thought I'd go over the pros and cons of why I built this kit for myself. One was simple. I'll show it in the video. Oh, you're wanting to fight me. All right, see that tension pop off there? I literally have to push down on that. Well, that's also going to limit the rate that it comes up in the front end. The original radius bars with the rubber bushings, they bind up when you go to full extension. And I was after full extension. The only thing I want controlling the extension on when I leave the hole, the front end stretches out. The only thing I want controlling that is the shocks. I don't want binding in the front end causing it to not come up as quick as I want it to or as slow as I want it to. Let the shocks do their job. The other reasons that I've decided to do this, one was caster. This truck has 12 degrees positive caster. Now it's adjustable. I can adjust it to where I want it. You know, the only problem with 12 degrees is when you back up, it'll do a little bit of dragging in the tires. You'll hear a little squalling if you turn too hard backing up. This is a way of being able to adjust that. Weight. It allows me to get rid of that big cross member in the front. With really long solid steel radius bars. Use a hollow tube in their place. The whole kit weighs 15.6 pounds. I don't know exactly how much weight I'll be taking off the front of this truck with the cross member and the radius bars yet, because I haven't got them off, but I know they weigh more than that. Let's see, what were the other purposes? Had a guy mention that he's lowered his truck extremely. Now whenever he tries to go into a driveway, if he doesn't hit it just right, the front radius bar mounts on his truck drag the ground. Well, this would eliminate that. You wouldn't have that extra 4 inches hanging down under the front of the truck. Oh man, what other reasons? There's a list of them there, but those are some of the reasons I've decided to make this kit. The biggest one was free movement of the front suspension and to remove the weight back. Oh, the other one gives you more room to put a big sway bar in. If you're an autocross guy and you need to put a sway bar in the front of your truck, you put a rack on it. You put a rack on it with more modern power steering. And I plan on building a kit for a power steering rack. This one here is non-power steering because it's my drag truck. And if you guys are interested in a kit for this or for a power steering one, because I'll build the kit for the power steering because I got another truck that I'm putting a 440 in with an automatic, and I want to put power steering on it. And if I can make a kit that'll clear that oil filter and pump on the left side of a 440, and will work to your steering column. If I can make a kit that'll do that and will hook to your stock power steering pump and put a rack and pinion in your truck, well then, you know, if I can build it to fit my truck, my kit will fit your truck. Now as far as the kits, I'm not sure I want to build them yet. I thought about building fiberglass bumpers at one time. And the only reason I didn't was, honestly, the fiberglass bumpers were heavy into physical labor work. And I don't have a lot of time. I work a full-time job. Hiring anybody nowadays, yeah, you know how that is if you're out there in the world, that you can't get good help anymore. Whereas building these kits would be different. And I found US Body, they make bumpers. I made my own, but US Body makes front bumpers for these trucks. They make hoods, they make complete front, one-piece front clips, and now they're molding up doors. So if you're looking for fiberglass parts, US Body, I can't compete with them anyway. Now, these front end kits, I can have my buddy with the CNC plasma table. He can cut the brackets out for me. I can order the heims, the swedge tubes, and the bolts in. And the more I buy, the cheaper I get them anyway. And the radius ends, parts off the radius bars. Well, that's the parts that I need to talk to you guys about. If I build these kits, I will have to put like $100 core on the radius bar ends. And all I need you to ship me back from that is from this hole to the end, make them 12 inches long. I'll need them back because if I sell you a radius bar kit and you put it on your truck, your bars you take off, you send them back to me. I'll take those and I'll make the next guy's kit, ends for the kit, and then I'll send them to him. He'll send me his core back, you know, and his bars will end up on the next guy's truck. And that's the only way I can do this because I've been doing this Dodge D150 stuff since, oh God, 86. And I love these trucks. I've had a lot of them. I've took them apart, put them together. I've scrapped a lot of them for parts for other trucks. The one thing I never kept, all right, now I have the set that I just put on this truck that I cut off, the set I'm taking off the truck, and a set, and if I buy this other Dodge truck to put the 440 in, I'll have that set that's on that truck. Because they're not a wear item. They don't wear out. The worst that can happen is you get in a wreck, they get bent, or the end where the rubber bushing goes on, rust, which doesn't affect me, but so there's not a lot of these out there. You know, you can find them in salvage yards, and I'll look and see if I can find some. If you guys happen to know where some are at and you can give them sold to me so we'll have extras to make these kits, let me know. But I have to put a core on these. You know, and I'll have to make it steep enough that you want to send them back to me. Make it a $100 bill or something where, you know, you'll get your $100 back when you send them back to me. That way, I'll have the bars for the next guy's car or truck. That pretty much covers it, I think, guys. Let's get back to the video. I'm sorry this went on so long, but I felt I needed to explain it. And I'll have a price soon on the kits. I'm guessing, and I'll have to, this is a preliminary guess, I have to figure out what all the cost of the materials and having everything done is. And I'm thinking maybe $300 for the kit, and then $100 core charge for the bars. That way we get them back. That's my guess right now. Maybe cheaper, it may be more. I got to figure out what the price is, because the more plates my buddy makes for me, the cheaper they get. The more of these I send to the machine shop at one time, the better price I get, because he's got to jig up his lathe to do this. And once he's got his lathe jigged up to do this, it's easier to do 10 than to jig up to do one set. You know, if you do 10 sets, well, then he can charge me less money. I hope you guys understand that. That's what I'm hoping. Now I'm going to give you my email address. My email address is lowerysgarage@gmail.com. lowerysgarage@gmail.com. And I'll put that in the description at the bottom, so you guys can contact me. Because if you're truly interested in these kits, or in me making the kits for manual rack and pinion or power rack and pinion, then I need you guys to do me a favor and let me know. Send me an email. I mean, I try to answer every message that I get on Facebook, on YouTube, and I try to make sure I answer them all. But it's hard to keep track of how many people want it when you get 10 messages of how cool it is and 2 messages here of I want one. It's a lot easier if you email me. That'll give us an idea where we're at. I got no problem making these. Just want to be fair with you guys. You know, I'm not out to get over on anybody. YouTube doesn't pay me. I got 450 some subscribers last I looked, and they don't pay you till you get 1,000. And then they only pay you if you have over so many hours of view time. And then they only pay you by the thousands of views. And I think my average video gets 200 or 300. So I'm not making any money at this, and I probably got $20,000 in this truck. I'll end up with $5,000 to $8,000 in my rat rod. It just, you know, how money is, you just go through it if you're in this hobby. So if this would be a way for me to make a little money to put back into the hobby, put back into making YouTube videos. All right, guys, let's get back to the video. All right, let's do the preset on this radius bar. What I've decided is I want a 1/2 inch from the first thread to the nut on each end. Now I need to adjust this one just a little bit. What that does, we know we can adjust in a full inch, and we should be able to adjust out a full inch. So it gives us about 2 inches of adjustment total. We never need that much for the caster, but you know, might as well take advantage of what we have. So now I'm going to put it in. All right, as I said earlier, first thing we did is unbolt the front radius bar. Now we're not going to take it out yet. What we're going to do is we're going to put the new radius bar underneath of it, then bolt it all back down. Now the reason for that is we know with the radius bars that were in it that the front end was already lined up. I've been to the alignment shop, we know it was correct. That will hold that lower control arm in place, and then we can bolt this bar up. As soon as I get it bolted on, then we'll discuss putting the rest of it together. Now what I'm thinking is in the kit I'll furnish these bolts, but that would just be an alignment bolt. You want to reuse your original bolt in your control arms. All right, now if that's put together, turn the camera around. All right, the way this will go together, inside bracket, and shove the bolt there, spacer on it. Put it through here, inside, outside spacer, bracket, all right, let me jump out here and grab the Sharpie real quick, and then we'll mark the frame for where we need to remove the paint. As I said, this is a weld-on kit. I'm back with the Sharpie. What we're going to do now, we're going to roll these up brackets up in place. We're going to mark the side and the bottom. Our frame, so we know what to take the paint off of. Get the paint off of it, then we come back and we'll get them lined up where they need to be and weld them in. Be right back after we get paint off. All right. First one's in place, welded in. Second one stuck is there. I do notice there's a few things I have to redesign in this. I got to do a little bit different drawing on this to have the parts cut out. They're not quite perfect. They're close enough for me to weld. So if I'm selling them as a kit to you guys, they got to be a little closer than they are. Pride thing, you know. If I'm going to sell something to you, I want it to be something that you're happy with. All right, let me get this tacked in place, get it welded up. Check my measurement at the bottom. Looks like looks like 1 7/8 up here. Looks like we can pull her in just a little bit. Let's do that. There we go. All right, guys. Well, as you can see, I'm sweaty and dirty. Still need to do some finish welding, make this look prettier. Got the radius bar in on this side. I know you guys want to see this, so I'm going to get the video released. It's midnight right now. I got to be at work in the morning. So probably tomorrow night. I should be releasing this video Monday night. Here we go. Rear facing adjustable radius bar. Alright, cut the L radius bar off. We'll be getting rid of it in the cross member. These are important. We discussed it earlier in the video. These are extremely important. Alright. Good night, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook. Lowery's Garage. Check us out on YouTube here at Lowery's Garage. Have a good night, guys. We'll start on the rack and pinion next video. I'll finish up this part, and I'll get ready to do the rack and pinion on the next video. And I'll let you know what all this I'm taking off right now weighs as soon as I get it off the truck so I can weigh it. Been a hard couple of days. Sometimes things don't go smooth. Thanks for watching, guys. Good night.